Assalamu alaikum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Rabbi shrali sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Rabbi zidni ilma. Okay, today we are here to learn the basics of a very important application program, that is MS Excel. This is a spreadsheet application that is a part of MS Office. Before we proceed to the main things of the Excel options, let's talk about the different parts of the Excel screen. The very first topmost line is called the title bar, and this title bar is showing you the name of the file, that is book one, as well as the name of the application Excel. Along with this, you can see on the extreme left hand side that is the quick access toolbar, and this quick access toolbar is containing the most commonly used options that we are going to use quite often. On the extreme right hand side, you can see there are different buttons, and these buttons are for minimizing, for restore, or for closing the application. Along with that, you can see the just below the title bar, that is the menu bar. Like you can see file menu, then we have home, then insert, page layout, etc. And just below this is your ribbon. These are your different options. Then below this, it's a ribbon, and this ribbon has different groups. Like you can see clipboard group, font group, alignment group, etc. There are different groups that are present, and these groups have different options which you can choose, and you can get your task done. Just below this ribbon is your name box, and this name box is showing you the location where you are currently present. Just next to the name box, it's your formula bar, and this formula bar always shows you the contents of your current cell. Okay, now I've used the word cell, I've used the word D1, etc. So what is it? First thing that you need to know is this is your Excel screen that is composed of vertical columns, which are A, B, C, D, E, goes on. And this goes on, like if I show you, it goes on till the letter Z, and then it is AA, AB, AC, AD. In this manner, it is continuing, and this goes on till XFD. So the last column in your Excel sheet is XFD, quite a huge number of columns that are available. Similarly, if we move to the rows, now these like A, B, C, D were your columns, and 1, 2, 3, 4 are your rows. So how many rows are there? Now, in order to move to the last row, what I did, I pressed Control and down arrow key to move to the last row, and I'm pressing Control up arrow key to move to the first row. Similarly, I am pressing Control and right arrow key to move to the last column, and similarly Control and left arrow key to move to the first column. So this is a very useful tip that we can use in order to jump to the last row, last column, first row, or first column. So I hope that now we are clear about the columns and the rows. Now moving to the term cell, the intersection of row and column forms a cell. And you can see the moment I am moving my cell to the new one, then the contents of your name box are changing. In the beginning, it is A1, then it becomes B1, then it becomes C1, because this is denoting the column C and the row number 1. So this is just the basic concept that you need to know. Along with that, the bottom line, here we can see sheets. Sheet 1. Now, if you want to insert a new sheet, that's very simple. Simply click on plus. Another sheet will be inserted. In this manner, different sheets are going to be inserted in your workbook. Now, just giving an example to make this clear, just like the copy or the book has multiple pages. Similarly, an Excel sheet is just like the page, one single sheet of page, and multiple sheets together form a workbook. So you can simply insert as many sheets as you want to as per your requirement. Like maybe, for example, if you need to have the data stored about different branches, you want to store the data about different classes. So based on your requirement, you can insert as many sheets as you want to, depending upon the memory requirement, depending on the memory in your workbook. On the extreme right hand side, you can see this is your scroll bars. So with the help of these scroll bars, you can move to the left or to the right. Along with this, you can see these are your grid lines. Remember, these grid lines are never ever going to be printed whenever you are, if for example, if I'm printing this sheet, they will never be printed. They will only be there on the screen visible just to give you an idea how your text or your material will look like. So this is the basic discussion. Now let's move to the material that I've already written here. There is a heading for FIFA World Cup, and just below this heading in the next row number 2, there's a message, names of players. Just below this, you can see there's some data like serial number, name, country, and description. These are 4 column headings that are inserted here. So let's work on them separately. Like I'll be telling you how can you change the font size, how can you change the font color, how can you change the font itself, and apply the different formatting options here. To begin with, the very first thing is my serial number, name, country, and description. I'm simply highlighting just by using my mouse or shift and arrow the 4 headings that are here, and then moving to the font group. In this, you can see there is an option of font. Clicking on this one, you can see a list of different fonts that are available. So whichever font is as per your requirement, whatever you want to be inserted, to be chosen. So you can simply choose that font, and your font has changed. Apply something similar in the same manner. You can apply the font size also. For example, I want the font size to be maybe 14. In this manner, the font has changed, the font style has changed, and the font size has also changed. Okay. Now moving to the serial number. I want to insert the serial number. One option is I write 1, 2, 3 myself. I mean, that's perfectly okay. If the number of digits is a smaller value, perfectly okay. I mean, there is no problem. But in case your number of digits are very high. So I'm telling you a tip. By the way, these tips are already available in shorts. So the ones who have already watched the shorts, or if you have not watched the shorts of MS Excel, so please do visit so that you can learn a number of things from the shorts also. What I'm doing, first of all, I wrote 1 in the first cell, 2 in the second cell, and then I have made a group. Using the fill handle, I'm just dragging it down, and in this manner, you can generate a series. Now, just dragging it down to make it very clear. Now, this is one of the simple techniques through which you can insert the series automatically. Now, serial number is generated. Now, the next one is my names. You can see my names are here. Then it's the country. By the way, you can see the country is not visible completely. I can increase the width of the column just by dragging it from here. Like this is perfectly possible. But another simple thing I'm telling you, for example, this is my country column, and you can see the country column does not contain the values that are visible completely. So the shortcut that I'm telling you, it's very simple, and it's very useful also. Double clicking, like you just move your mouse pointer to the column C, and to the position between columns C and D, and then you double click. You can see it is going to adjust automatically according to the maximum contents of your cell. So if you can see, the word country was the biggest word, so that is why it has adjusted the column width according to the word country, and now every single country name is very much visible. I can apply the same on D quickly. Now I just want D to be adjusted in the same manner. Double clicking on this one, so you can see now your column D is adjusted also. Now same case is applicable on this one if you want. Now why is it done? You can see that it contained the word names of place, that's why. Now this is how you can insert the series of numbers. You can have adjust the column width, and exactly the same is possible on your row height also. Like the way we have adjusted the column width. Similarly, you can adjust the row height also. I mean that although it is, like for example, if I am just making it simple, for example, if this is the one, double clicking on this one will adjust the row height also. The way we have adjusted the column width, similarly the row height is also adjusted in the same manner. Now we have learned how to change the font style, we have learned how to change the font size, and now applying the bold, italic, underline. Now I'm applying all the three options that are used quite often on the heading FIFA World Cup. Clicking here, bold. Clicking here again means it is going to be back to normal or unbold. Now let me make it bold, let me make it italics also, and let me make it underline also. Now remember, we have done this underlining earlier. Now we have underline and double underline. So you can have the double underline. Now this doesn't seem to be very appropriate. Like the heading is too small and the content of the main heading is smaller than the contents of your subheading. So let's apply the same very quickly here. Applying the font Arial black, making the size of your text 20, and this is done. Now names of players, now assume that I want the same formatting to be applied on the names of players also. So the simple way of doing it, you simply select the heading like FIFA World Cup, click on Format Painter, but be very cautious. You can see yourself FIFA World Cup and the contents of your formula bar are also FIFA World Cup. Names of players, the contents of your formula bar are also names of players. So be very cautious. I want to apply this formatting that is present on column A1 to the contents of names of players that is in column A2. So my first, just remember the stages. Stage number 1, select the cell. Stage number 2, click Format Painter and then apply it on, this is your Format Painter, and apply it. I can see the mouse pointer has changed. Apply it on this one. So you can see all the formatting that was applied on A1 is applied on A2 also. So a very simple mean of making your work better, faster is the use of the Format Painter, and the same Format Painter is available in MS Word also that we have learned earlier. Moving further, now along with this, we have talked about the font style, font sizes, and another one is your background color, which is the fill color and the text color. So let's apply the background color here or the fill color here. So you can see this is the fill color and applying the text color. So in this manner, if you want, you can apply the same thing on the heading also. Applying this here also to make it understandable. A lighter color to make it understandable, and then the text color. So this is how you can change the background color as well as the text color, and that will make your presentation much, much more appealing as compared to the simple one. Fine? Okay, that's simple. One more thing, as I said, these are the grid lines, and the grid lines are never ever printed. So in order to print certain things, what you need is the use of the borders. First of all, I am highlighting all the contents, moving to the option of these borders. And here you can see the borders. If you click on this one, it shows you a list of different borders that are available. You can have the bottom border, you can have the top border, left border, right border. You don't want any borders, so no border, all borders, outside border, thick outside border. In this manner, there are different types of borders that are available. Along with that, you can even draw the borders yourself. So let's take this all borders. So you can see the change is quite evident. Earlier it was only the grid lines, and now along with the grid lines, you can see it has inserted the borders, and these borders will be printed. You want a thicker border here. So what you will do, first of all, you have taken all borders and then you will highlight once again and you will move here and you will click on thick outside border. So in this manner, your text has become much more appealing to the person who is viewing it, who is printing it. And this is a very useful tool that you can use in order to make your work presentable. Now moving to a few other options. Now you can see this headline, this heading is on the extreme left hand side, which is not looking very nice. So what I can do, I can simply, first of all, highlight all the columns. Like my text is in A1, I've highlighted till D1, and then clicking on this merge and center. Doing it once again for you, highlighting till D1 and clicking on merge and center. So you can see if I click on this one, the word FIFA World Cup has been centralized. Merge and center. You can compare. Applying the same on this one also. Doing it once again for you. Highlighting it with the help of my mouse, or you can use a keyboard and then apply the same merge and center here. And this is how you have merged and centered the contents of your cell. Now moving to another important thing, you can see now the digits 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. are on the extreme right hand side, which is the default value. You want to bring it in the middle. So here there are alignments, and this alignment is much more alignments as compared to what we have seen in Microsoft Word. So you can see this is your center. So if I click on this one and I click on this one, you can see your clicking on this one brings it in the middle of your cell. So you can see here there are 6 alignments. First one is top align, second one is your middle align, third one is your right align, bottom align. Then you have align right, you have then center, and then in the end it is your align left. So as per your requirement, you can use a combination of all these, any of these, and then you can have your, now you can see here, this is your right aligned, which is the default one. You can just simply bring it in the center. That's possible. You can simply bring it in the center. That's perfectly possible. So up to you, whatever you want, you can apply the formatting to make your work more presentable. Another important thing that we need to know here is the use of copy and paste. It's somewhat similar along with that cut and paste also. It's somewhat similar to what we have learned earlier. For example, I just want this whole line to be present at any other location. So for that reason, what am I doing? I'm simply highlighting the entire line, clicking on copy, and then if I move here, I can simply say paste. And here we can see paste is a simple paste. I simply am clicking on paste, nothing else. Or the shortcut key is Control V. Although other paste options are also available like paste special. So inshallah, we are going to have another lesson that is going to talk about the other advanced features that are present in your home tab. So in this manner, you can see the contents are present as well as they are copied and pasted at a new location also. Now, you want to finish this one, you press escape. Now, this is how you can just come out of this copy situation, copy state. Now, moving to the cut. If I say, for example, I am clicking here and I say cut, clicking on cut. Again, the same shows as if something has been moved, and I'm moving it here and I'm now clicking on paste. So you can see the word Argentina that was present in your cell C4 has been moved to cell C12. This is perfectly possible. This is possible that you can just move the contents from one place to another, and that is with the help of the cut and paste combination. We have talked about this. We have talked about the merge and center. We have talked about the basics. We have talked about the format painter. Please do remember that these options, format painter and copy and paste, cut and paste, are also available in Microsoft Word, and we have used them also. Moving to another one. For example, I had forgotten to write the name of one of the players, and I wanted the name of the player to be present here as a third. So what will I do? I'll not do anything. Just remember the stages. Since I need a blank line between lines 5 and 6, so first of all, I am highlighting line number 6. Just simply clicking on this row header, and I'm right clicking on this one, and you can see the option of insert appears here. I simply press insert, and a line has been inserted between 2 and 3, like or 5 and 6. So you simply, I'm repeating, I want a line before 6. So first thing is, or in other words, I want a line between 5 and 6. So I'm highlighting line number 6, right clicking here, click on insert, and a row has been inserted. Exactly the same thing is possible with your columns also. Now I want a column between C and D. So I'll select column D, right click, and then I'll press insert. Selecting insert. In this manner, a column will be inserted here also. Then this is perfectly possible. You can insert a column here, you can insert a column there. Anyway, just inserted a column to make you understand that I wanted to show you that how can you see the border. So this is how you can see the borders are inserted. A thick border around your text, and along with that we have the normal border also. So this manner you can insert the columns also, one column, multiple columns, this all is possible. For example, if you wanted a column between A and B, you highlight, right click, and you press insert from here. A column will be inserted between A and B. Same insertion of a new row or a column is possible from the cells group insert option. Insert cells is the thing that is available to you. So here you can insert the cells. It prompts you that what do you want to insert, and since the column is selected, that's why it has inserted a column directly. Exactly the same thing is happening. You can see the use of insert to insert a row also, or multiple rows also are possible to be inserted in the same manner the way we have learned it right now. Now we have inserted the rows perfectly okay. We have inserted the columns perfectly okay. Now let's learn how can you delete the rows or columns also. Now I just want to delete column B. My column B is highlighted, moved here, delete. It prompts you what do I want to delete. I said delete cells. Since the column is selected, that's why the entire column is deleted. Now moving to delete once again, I said delete cells. Again, since the column was selected, that's why it has inserted. It has deleted the column. Exactly the same thing you can do with your row also. The way we did it, now doing it with the help of the right click, then you can see we have the option of delete, and you can delete the column or the row. So there are two ways of inserting and deleting a row or a column, and they both are done through right click and after highlighting, or you can use the options that are present in the cells group also, and they both are doing the same purpose for you. So a very brief discussion, a brief introduction of this MS Excel is done right now for you people from the home tab. So stay tuned for most popular or most useful updates that will be discussed very soon, inshallah. Jazakallah khairan kasira for being a part of the learning journey. If you have liked the video, share with your friends and family so that they all are going to benefit from it. May Allah bless you. May Allah help you. Take very good care of yourselves and the loved ones. Allah Hafiz.